making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
Hold onto your seats because the WNBA is officially losing its mind. And yes, there's a perfectly valid reason. Caitlin Clark just went full-on legend mode, snagging her very own signature basketball shoe, a feat no one's pulled off since Michael Jordan. Wrap your brain around that for a second. Michael Jordan, the globe's most iconic money magnet athlete. Yeah, that's not just big, that's seismic.
Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael.
And believe it or not, Caitlin Clark has already reached that stratosphere, and she's barely even finished her rookie season in the WNBA. Her sway doesn't stop with die-hard basketball fans. She's straight up rattling the whole sports universe. Honestly, watching it unfold is nothing short of mesmerizing.
It was like Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, probably eventually Caitlin Clark, where it's like individual people make an entire country tune into their sport.
1,000%.
Like hockey was never bigger than when Wayne Gretzky was playing it, and it was ridiculous how much it grew the sport.
Tiger Woods.
Oh, seriously, her talent is in a league of its own. That fierce competitive spark practically jumps off the court. And really, can you fault anyone for a touch of envy when someone's this unstoppable? When you're rewriting the rules and owning the culture simultaneously, a little hater chatter is inevitable. From the hardcore fans to the savviest critics, everyone's glued to Caitlin Clark's every move, because she isn't merely a player. She's a full-blown revolution.
To her and her family. Yeah, the crazy thing is I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU.
So if you've been asking yourself, Caitlin Clark has basically flipped women's basketball upside down. And honestly, she's shaking the entire sports business world while she's at it. Let's cut the niceties. This isn't some minor endorsement fluff. Her deal with Wilson Sporting Goods is a loud, unapologetic flex of power and progress. It proves women in sports are finally getting what's theirs, not just scraping the scraps for decades. She's the first athlete since Michael Jordan to score her own signature basketball collection. Women's hoops has always been underfunded, overlooked, and seriously undervalued. But Clark? She's bulldozing every barrier like it's nothing. Her Wilson deal isn't just a personal win. It's a giant middle finger to anyone who doubted female athletes could dominate. She's been smashing records and turning heads since college, even obliterating Pete Maravich's NCAA scoring record and driving Iowa to massive victories. While the rest were flailing to keep up, she was busy cementing her legend. She's not just a basketball player. She's a straight-up game changer.
Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. Two of them being Messi.
Let's pause and chew on this Michael Jordan comparison for a sec. Sounds wild at first, right? But hear me out. Just like MJ turned basketball into a global obsession, Caitlin Clark is flipping the WNBA and women's sports on their head. She's got insane skill, magnetic charisma, and most importantly, this uncanny ability to pull in viewers who might have never touched a women's basketball game before. Speaking of viewers, let's talk stats. Games with Clark? Total explosion. We're talking triple the usual WNBA numbers. National broadcasts are now drawing over 340,000 fans this season alone. Figures that would make even the NBA do a double take. And hold on to your jaw. In Week 1, the WNBA's digital footprint literally skyrocketed. Their social media racked up 557 million video views, a jaw-dropping 380% spike from last year. And who's at the epicenter of all this chaos? Yep, Clark. She's not just hitting shots, she's running the entire conversation. Every click, every view, every headline.
Clark, on a worldwide marketability list for athletes, to be ahead of both Messi and Ronaldo is quite impressive. I mean, she's ahead of Steph Curry. Steph Curry is behind.
Her influence isn't stopping at the court. Just in Indianapolis, Caitlin Clark has already generated a staggering $36 million economic boost from ticket sales, merch, and every ripple effect on local businesses. And she's only warming up. Seriously, she's practically single-handedly lifting the city's economy. Clark is the literal blueprint for how women's basketball should look, feel, and thrive today. Every aspiring female athlete is staring at her thinking, yeah, that could totally be me. Her rise isn't about stats or shattered records. It's a full-on cultural reboot. You feel it in the shifts around the game, not just the spreadsheets. She's not a player. She's a walking, talking revolution. And get this, Time magazine crowned her Athlete of the Year. Pause and let that sink in. That honor is reserved for people who completely redefine what's possible, and Clark is doing exactly that. This isn't a tiny nod. It's a global spotlight beaming on her and women's basketball. Honestly, it's kind of embarrassing it took this long.
People weren't willing or were a bit reluctant to appreciate was the game on this young white sister of ours. She can
absolutely ball. And when Caitlin Clark showed up at that fancy NYC dinner, that wasn't a casual drop-in. It was a full-blown proclamation. She's clearly not just a basketball star anymore. She's a cultural powerhouse rubbing elbows with the global elite. Clark is proving that athletes deserve a seat at every table, from corporate boardrooms to red carpet galas. Comparing her to Tiger Woods? Not even close to a stretch. It's pure economics. She's rewriting how the world sees women's basketball. Worth investing in, worth hyping, worth obsessing over. Let's be real. There aren't many athletes in history with this level of magnetic pull. But Clark? She's already got it. She's a top-notch ambassador, and she looks out for everyone around her. Of course, with all this fire comes drama. Her rapid rise in the WNBA hasn't been all smooth sailing. Some league veterans are not exactly thrilled with the spotlight she's hogging. And honestly, can you blame them? Clark's instant fame and multi-million-dollar contracts are just shining a harsh light on problems the league has ignored for years. She isn't causing the chaos, she's exposing it. Finally, the league is starting to wake up, tackling pay gaps, lack of recognition, and respect issues. They've launched a new collective bargaining deal to increase wages, and even dropped $50 million on charter flights. They get it. Clark is once in a generation, and they're scrambling to keep up. It's about time. But don't overpraise them. This isn't charity. This is survival.